In our previous video, we were given the mean and the standard deviation of our data, but quite often we just have a list of data and we need to create a confidence interval for where we think the population mean actually falls based on that sample, and we have to use the data to calculate those values. For example, here in Excel, I've got a whole bunch of text messages sent in a day by several teenagers listed. And we're going to make a 99% confidence interval for the number of text messages those teenagers sent. Well, in order to make that confidence interval, we need to know the mean, the standard deviation, and the sample size. The way we can calculate the mean is we can hit equals, and the mean is really traditionally called the average, and that's what Excel calls it. So I'll type in average, open a parentheses, and then I will select those values and hit enter. For the standard deviation, it's a sample of text messages. So I'm going to hit equals stdev.s for sample, open up parentheses, and select those values as well. For the size, I could just count. Be careful on Excel. Yes, my last cell is here in the 25th row, but there's no values in the first row, so there's actually 24 values, not 25. But Excel does have a command to calculate that. We can hit equals count, open up parentheses, and then just select the cells, and it'll count how many cells we've selected with data in them. There's 24 cells. Now that we have that information, we can calculate our error on Excel very quickly. To calculate the error, then, we want to get a 99% confidence interval. If I think about my distribution, we want 99% in the middle, which leaves how much for the outside? 1%. So alpha is 0.01. So for my error, we can say equals confidence.t, open a parentheses, alpha is 0.01, comma, the standard deviation is the next number. I can just click the cell that we just calculated the standard deviation for, comma, I can click the cell with the sample size in it, and hit enter, and we find out the error. The error then can tell us how far off we think, at least at 99% confidence level, we think our point estimate for the mean number of text messages sent is off from the population parameter of the number of text messages sent. So for the lower bound, we can say equals our point estimate of 175 and subtract the error of 24.45. And for the upper bound, we can say equals our point estimate and add the error of 24. Now that we've got our lower and upper bounds for our confidence interval from the data, we can say that we are 99% confident that the true average number or mean number of text messages sent is between 151.00 and 199.91. And now we've got our confidence interval from the raw data.